Virtual reality. Ever since the early 50s, stereoscopic 3D images have been giving the audience the illusion of 3D depth. This discovery has evolved to convince the audience that these 3D images are a part of our environment. Now, as you can see, virtual reality has not only left humans to look even more ridiculous than ever, but also has allowed us to interact with extraordinary environments in the leisure of our living rooms. Experiences such as roller coasters, flying like Superman, zipping around in the Matrix, simulating a 9-to-5 job. Thanks to the evolution of stereoscopic 3D, this is now possible. Obviously, virtual reality has a huge impact in the entertainment field, but this video will not only tackle its application in entertainment, but in other aspects of life, such as jobs, military, education, anything you can think of. Now, let's get started.
3, 2, 1. VR is accessible to users over the age of 7, and options to play VR are becoming increasingly affordable because of the wide range of entertainment applications. However, despite the vast development of VR over the years, it still has its limitations and barriers to overcome. In order to be even more immersed, hardware such as Cat VR and data gloves can be purchased, but they require a huge sum of money. On top of that, the system still has issues with immersion such as tracking, going haywire, and wires still being required for most modern headsets, making it easy to trip or stumble on them if you're not careful. The headsets also exhibit display issues such as the infamous screen door effect, which each pixel on the screen is separated slightly, God rays, which are streams of light that shine occasionally on screen, and a tonal effect where your peripheral vision is slightly blocked from the goggles itself, which could give the impression that you're wearing goggles as opposed to seeing the virtual world with no filter. These issues are going to be addressed in the near future. Oculus and HTC have been continuously improving their displays to eliminate those common display artifacts that are common in many VR headsets. New devices such as the Oculus Quest and HTC Vive's wireless adapter allow the user to experience VR without the nuisance of wires, and Valve's VR knuckle controllers adequately track the user's fingers. The military is already using these virtual reality systems for training. Their training is operated by a company called Intelligent Design. They use specialized equipment such as a 15-pound backpack that processes all the actions and information, with arm and leg sensors to sense movement, and a weapon that doubles as controller with a joystick to make them walk and run. Now, the military uses this system to train for combat and just different exercises to run when they can't go out and do it themselves. It's not supposed to replace their normal training. It's more like a supplementary thing if they need it. NASA, in terms of simulations, has been doing them since the Apollo missions. In fact, on a NASA report, in an article edited by Aaron Mahoney, they use VR to provide environments to test vehicle and system performance in simulated deep space environments. NASA has relied heavily on mission simulators to prepare astronauts for every conceivable contingency. Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo crews spent 1/3 or more of their total training time in simulators. Lunar landing crews used simulators for more than half their time, in fact.
VR's application in education can be viewed as untapped potential. A company known as Advantage Systems have been working on their series of headsets known as Class VR. Their headsets allow students to learn in ways that aren't possible through textbooks and homework assignments. Their headsets also allow teachers to keep an eye out for any wrongdoers.
So these are just a few examples as how VR can be used for training purposes and just purposes outside of entertainment.
With every new form of social technology, there will be a call for privacy and protection. An example of this would be VR chat, which allows its users to choose their own name, avatar, and voice, giving them complete anonymity in the server. The virtual chat room also has a security and safety system that allows each user the ability to personalize their own privacy settings. Some examples of these settings include muting other players' speech, and their avatars, and can set a personal bubble when interacting with another avatar to maintain their personal space. VR Chat also implements a user title system that indicates whether the user is a new or a veteran to the chat world. There is also the title nuisance, which will black out any user's avatar with that title, effectively saying this user causes trouble.
VR is a medium that has accomplished huge strides despite still in its developing stages. While there are a few kinks to work around, VR has the potential to be a growing platform for many audiences to come.